Is that recording?
Yeah.
You sure? I can't see a red light.
It doesn't have one.
That's why I can't see one.
Yes, it's in record.
It's in record.
Yeah, and that's
All right. Hi guys, Peter. First.
So funny.
So funny.
Might clean my glasses as well, mine are a bit dirty. Also, greetings from Brisbane, where it's
Ugh,
not
just
as...
cleaned them.
What?
I can see too much now.
Oh. Yes, greetings from Brisbane.
Bris Vegas.
Bris Vegas. Are you allowed to still call it that?
Why can't you?
Well, apparently you can't call Adelaide Radelaide anymore
Why not?
because they don't want it to be called that anymore.
But what was Radelaide short for?
It's not...
That they're rad?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like to be known as rad?
The Premier apparently, like...
The Premier doesn't
had a
like to be
little-
rad.
Had a little
So for
cry.
people maybe in other countries, rad is sort of like cool in Australia. Is that what you like?
Yeah.
You say rad at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, it's rad's short for radical, which is like a good thing.
No, I know what it is.
What?
Well, it's all this thing about you can't have what's it? What are all the wokies on about? False news, fake news.
The wokies.
Yeah, it's fake news. That's why it got cancelled. Adelaide is not cool.
I had fun.
Yeah, you went and saw fucking bulge pants. So what was more fun, Adelaide or Melbourne? So the hug or the photo?
I don't know.
Well, they happened at two different states.
Yeah, I know, but...
So which is better, the hug or the photo?
I don't know, I can't, that's...
Yeah, don't call me that.
That's still my jokes.
It's not your joke, it was always my joke.
I said it
You
was-
stole my jokes.
I did not steal it from you.
You did.
I stole it from someone else.
And so what have you done this week?
We had Brisbane
No, I
work.
said you, not we.
I came up to Brisbane and we did workshops.
Came up to Brisbane.
Yep.
We have a nice friend called Paul who's a
Yes.
pilot with
Qantas.
Qantas.
We thought...
And we got upgraded and we thought, oh, thank you, Paul. And I even said a thank you in an email. And then when he came to the workshop, I thanked him and he goes,
What are you
I
doing?
didn't do anything. So they must have upgraded us because they've been watching our podcast. Maybe they wanted a good review on the podcast. Yeah. And you got a never-ending bottle of wine on the plane.
I did drink a lot.
Every 2 seconds, she's filling you up again.
It was nice.
You take a sip and she's going.
It was very nice customer service. Seriously, like I was thinking my glass was half empty. She'd be running down the aisle and top it up again for me. I was like, thank you.
It's because you're famous. You just wanted to be
Famous.
close. It's like Ollie, she wanted to get off the plane smelling like you.
Oh my God.
Well, you're the one who said you never washing
I was
washing your
joking.
jacket again because it's got the scent of Ollie on it.
I was joking.
Can you buy that perfume, scent of Ollie?
I don't know if I should.
Sorry, we've had 3 days of workshops. I'm a little bit la gaga
Oh, no.
and a little bit. Yeah, I didn't sleep great. I kept on waking up because of the noise and the light.
Yeah. So one thing I miss the most when we travel is my own bed. And my own shower.
I always find it takes 1 or 2 nights before you can actually sleep.
Yeah.
Like you sleep, but you wake up
Yeah.
and you go, where am I?
Where am I?
Beck does that a lot because she'll go sleepwalking, just wake up and go, where am I? Oh, I'm in Peter's room. Why am I doing in here? It's only twice. So in 6 years, well, only twice I know of. I don't know how many times she's snuck in when I didn't know, but twice I know that she's come into my room at night.
Sleepwalking, please.
So
mind
you say.
I am asleep. I
So
don't
you
know what I'm
say.
doing. I don't know why I go. I think it's if I have cheese.
You said that, but then another time you had cheese and you didn't walk.
Yeah, but like I went sleepwalking in Milan a few years ago and Anne was with us, so there must have been cheese
Always
involved.
cheese.
And then I went sleepwalking last year in Texas and I'd had that queso dip.
Oh, that was the first night, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you just cheesed out at like 10 o'clock at night.
Cheesed out.
You cheesed out. You did a cheese tripping.
I
You
cheesed
tripping the
out.
cheese. So did you have cheese the night that you did the Blair Witch on Jared?
I don't know. I don't know what night
Can't
that
remember.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went to a nice Japanese degustation last night.
Yes, it was nice. Except you thought the food went backwards. You thought the best dish was at the start. And
I
the
did really
12th
like those little...
12th best dish was at the end.
No,
Was it
I
12
really liked the
serves we
miso.
had?
I really liked the miso.
Well, that wasn't the last.
No, I liked the dessert.
You liked the dessert. Peter, can you eat it?
No, I was full by the time we'd
I
had...
thought you said the coating was funky.
It was still all right. I couldn't...
What
no.
was the coating?
I don't know. I said I couldn't work out what it was.
So that's why you couldn't eat it. I
just-
don't know what
no,
this
I was
is, so I
full.
can't eat it.
I was full. No, it was really delicious.
Yeah, I'd say the only thing I was disappointed is that I was looking forward to the Wagyu beef, and it was like 2 pieces of soggy toast with a bit of meat stuck in between it. Wasn't it?
Oh, the meat was a bit too thick for my palate.
Oh,
I'm so
too
fussy.
thick.
I'm so fussy. I was really nervous because I've never been to a degustation before because I am so fussy, and I'm like, oh, what if it's like super...
Yeah, see, I agree, because before we go to any restaurant, Beck will spend an hour online looking at their menu. And with the devastation of 12 courses.
I was really nervous, but
And it was one of those little bit, the place was a little bit sort of foam and fart. Well, when, the tiny little bits and pieces.
I love it.
You love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And our waiter was awesome. He really knew a lot of things. He made very good drinks.
Yeah, you could easily said, if he is listening, I don't mean this in the wrong way, early on you could easily say, oh, he's just a wanker who's talking shit around the world. How could someone experience all of that stuff?
But he really knew
But
his
then we
stuff.
started talking about places that we knew, and he knew it.
Yeah.
So he knew that
really knew
he's
his
actually
stuff.
done
I
a
was
lot of
really
travelling.
impressed.
And he gave us a great list for New York of really
Places to
secret
go.
little hidden places to go to.
I was thoroughly impressed. I really enjoyed it.
And the old-fashioned, Japanese whiskey old-fashioned was to die for.
It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The place was called, Takashi. I don't know how to say it. Maybe I'll just put a link in the description.
Takashiti.
I think it was Takashiya.
Takashiya.
It was really nice.
It was really nice compared to every other piece of crap we've had here. Oh, the one we went the other night and the sort of, we both had eye fillet. They've asked you how you wanted yours medium.
Yeah.
And I said rare to medium rare. And mine came out grey from top to bottom, and you had a little bit of pink in yours.
Mine was perfectly how I wanted
Yeah,
it.
mine was not.
Mine was very good. I still thought it was tasty. We had the giggles that night though.
Alex, you make an idiot of yourself. You made an absolute idiot. It's so embarrassing to go out with. I just can't believe it.
we were having a drink before dinner, and I asked Pete, because I couldn't recognise the Hawaiian shirt he was wearing, and I was like, where did you get that Hawaiian shirt? Like, which one? Like, I can't remember this. So his response is to get up in the middle of the bar and just do this fashion.
Well, I did a fashion walk. I went right to the other end of the bar and did my blue steel fashion walk back to Beck and did the blue steel at the end and the Adriana Lima eyes. Because you knew where. You were the one who really liked it when we saw it in the shop. Ralph Lauren in New York.
Yeah, I remember now, but just the way that was your response. You nearly took one of the waiters out when you were doing your little turn on the camel.
It's all right. That's my little turn. You should know what my turn's going to be.
Oh my God. And that just set me off.
I had the most fun pulling faces at people. It's a really cool thing. Just look at them and if you look at them and if you look at someone long enough, they will turn and look at you. You got to be quicker. So you just look at them and they go nah, and then stop. But the person on the seat next to you who can't see who you've done this to, oh, you can't only giggles again.
You're such a child. Pulling faces at people in restaurants.
I get bored.
How old are you?
12. I told you that day I started, I hit 12 and never grew up.
Oh my God. It's so funny. I don't.
There was something else that we did that we just couldn't even talk anymore. That might be something we can't repeat. There's something we did that we just could not stop laughing. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember where it was.
I really want to know what we found so funny.
Yeah, we found something funny anyway.
We're a bit delirious.
Anyways.
Travelling.
So is that all you've done this week?
That's a lot
That's
of things.
You didn't tell everybody about how your lovely little kitten destroyed half your house.
I knocked over one of my plants. Not happy about it. Oh, I saw my dad.
Oh, that's right. You saw your dad.
Yeah, my kitten. If anyone would like a free kitten, can drop him off when I get home because he knocked over one of my oldest plants that I had and smashed the pot it was in. So I had to re-pot my plant when I was trying to pack.
Smashed it.
He smashed it. He's such a little turd. What else have I done? I think that's about it.
That's all you've done. That's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
what about you?
Well, we finished the workshops. They were good. We had a good group.
We did.
I still, every time we do workshops, the more and more I hate camera companies because a lot of these cameras I don't get to see the problems that people had. That guy took 3 hours for it to be able to get his camera to turn off the live view effects and turn the flash mode on. And it was just really dumb stuff in the way the menu was written. Now, why can't all the cameras...
Well,
like
next time
a
someone...
car has a distributor, and every car that has a distributor, it's called a distributor.
What?
What was that?
I don't know.
If you've got a cut in your stomach, you just sort of rowl. Now, what I mean is like every car has a wheel, but all of a sudden Nissan don't turn around and we're going to, no, this is a square. It's not a wheel. We're going to call it a square.
What?
No, so Fuji, Canon, Nikon, the same thing in the 3 cameras is called a completely different name.
Oh, right.
So there's no, you can't just say we're looking for this because it depends on what camera you've got as to what they've decided to call it. This poor guy, there's something to do with the flash. I know we've had this problem before in the workshop.
And it's always with the Fuji cameras.
Fuji, then Canon. Fuji would be the ones that the guys have the most problem with turning things, having it so when they're shooting with flash, they can look through the viewfinder and still see.
Yep.
And even with this guy, he said, well, it's working. I said, no, roll your aperture, change your aperture. It just went dark. I said, see, no, that's not working. That's your exposure simulation running. You need to find how to turn that part off. And there was this weird thing that was like preview exposure white balance JPEG thing. And you had to go into that. And it's sort of like, huh? And with his...
What were you like?
Yeah, shut up. With his... Stop making fun of me. So nasty. With his flash. So put the trigger on, wouldn't flash. Now, there might be Fuji guys out, oh, he should have known that. But on his on the back of his screen in the menu, it says flash off. And while you're using certain buttons, everything else gets adjusted. When you got to this flash off screen, nothing worked. You had to go to a different dial. It was just dumb.
Just dumb.
It was just straight out dumb. And the guy who had the Canon R, I think it was a 70 to 200 lens, and the autofocus just went berserk. You're just standing there and we're watching it, it's just going... It just did that continually. Every time you... What was that?
Just had a noise.
Oh, I thought it was your stomach again. No. Yeah, anyway, those things annoy me. But the other thing that does annoy me, not enough people learn the parts of the camera they're going to use and move them into favourite folders and things like that. So there's so much in these cameras. I was saying it on the workshop. We need to go back to... so if we go back to, say, how cars are, if you want to buy a convertible, you buy a convertible. If you want to buy something to go off-road, you buy four-wheel drive. If you're going to be a tradie, you might want a ute or a twin cab ute if you're going to be taking people with you. Right? So you don't expect to buy a twin cab ute and be able to go track days.
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't buy a Lamborghini and go off-road.
Yep.
Even in a Lamborghini four-wheel drive, you still wouldn't take that off-road. Right? So, but with cameras, they've now got to a thing. Buy this, now it's a sports camera, it's a wildlife photography, but it's got all the different settings in there. Like, I'm never going to use rabbit eye focus. I don't shoot rabbits. Although you nearly booked a rabbit from Sydney. What? Don't say, oh, Peter.
That's so mean.
Well, you showed it to me. But anyway, you know what I mean? Don't look at me like that.
It's so mean.
Sorry, I'm not going to say what you said.
Don't say anything.
Well, don't worry, you're looking scared. So, if the camera companies, like, I would be very happy, like my Hasselblad H6, I think it does do video. I can't remember. Yeah, no, it does do video. I've never used it. I'm happy for them to take it out. Not even have it there.
No, it did video.
My Leica, I'd be happy to have a choice of having the Leica SL with or without video. Right, so, and once you pull the video out, you pull all of those different set buttons and menus out. Your menu becomes small. If you're never going to do stuff like sports and wildlife, there's a whole heap of these autofocuses you don't even need anymore. But, or just give you the option to set your own menus up. What are you looking at?
I was just checking how long was on the memory card. I didn't check that before we started talking.
You couldn't remember how much was on the memory card?
Yeah.
Lucky the memory card's better than your memory. Yeah, so things like that annoys me with the cameras. Like, even if they just said, all right, so here's our menus, make your own. And you just name the menus to what you want, bring what tools you want into what menu, and just put all the rest into like an archive menu that is your desperate menu in case you stuff something up.
Isn't that what the favourites is for?
Yeah, but the favourites is just favourites is enough anyway. But then on the Leica in the favourites menu, you can't put some things in the favourites menu. So why have a favourites menu if you can't put something in the favourites menu?
That's a bit silly.
They're a lot sillies.
Why don't you just make your own camera?
I want to. I'd love to be able to make my own camera.
Do it.
I can't.
Do it. Just make one. Just pull it out your ass. Make one.
No, all I want is just say, I want this. That sensor's really nice. And just go through that. And it'd be nice to have a mount.
A mound.
A mount, not a mound. Oh yeah, someone put a comment about mounds, didn't they? I don't know what a pelvic mound is. Pubic mound.
Pubic mound.
If anybody knows what a pubic mound is, can you tell us in description? Because somebody commented on a video about what was censored because of a pubic mound. And yeah, we got a little bit confused about that. What's wrong?
Pubic mound.
You've got the giggles.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards, where have you left me?
Cameras, menus, favourites.
Favourites.
Mounds.
Mounds, yeah.
You said a mount and I turned it into mounds. Sorry, I derailed. As always.
Always. I think I just want H6, that'll do me. I have been shooting it a lot. Especially since I've got a third one, so I'm not scared of killing it.
A turd one.
I'm
just getting wine.
Getting wine.
Sorry.
I've got to. Oh, that was another thing. Really good thing. Just before we came away, I got to spend a couple of days with Anne, and I had a ball on the second day because I had. It was called breaking the model with Anne. And Anne's been modelling for 20 years. And and I've been shooting her for 18 of those 20 years. But it was really funny how what she does, where she earns her money and how she earns her money is she has maybe 30, 40 poses we just go to. She just rolls them out perfect.
Yeah. And she can hold them, and she holds them.
She can hold them.
Yeah.
Those things.
And that's what she does because that's how she makes money from modelling. Doing that. And that's what people book her for.
She can supply photographers at all levels the photo. So if they're struggling to get focus and things like that, Anne can just hold those poses without them losing anything.
Yeah.
But then on our second day of shooting, she had picked a picture and I said, Anne, it's going to be a bit hard for you. And she agreed. There was an emotion in the picture and that's not what her normal work is.
Yeah.
Her normal work's shapes, but
Shapes
overshaping.
And looking away.
And what I needed to do was pull half the shape off and then get an emotion. And
Break.
I reckon 4 hours, wouldn't it have been?
I think so. I just left you guys alone.
We only pretty much did the one look for the day.
Yeah.
We set up the lighting and then we did that one look. She put a few different changes on, but it still came back to she's not getting that look. But it was incredible at how we ended up getting it and how excited she was at the end of the day is, I get it. I finally get it when you're saying eyes. And her thing was just stand there and stare at the camera. There's eyes. See, there's eyes. I've got eyes. Can't you see I've got eyes? Then she actually realised it was the turn away and come back.
Yeah.
The look away, reset, come back, fresh with the eyes. And she was very excited. Hi, Anne. She's up here too at the moment, isn't she, Brisbane?
I checked out her on Find My. I think she's back in New South
Oh, that's right.
Wales
You
now.
stalk her.
I love looking at my people on Find. They're like my little Sims. Check where people are. Just check.
Yeah, Bec, what's it called? iFind.
Find My.
Oh, Find My. Oh,
On
yeah, Find My.
iPhone.
On iPhone.
If you can add your friends if they've got like an iPhone. You add their iCloud account, and then it shows you where they are, like little Sims. You know, Anne's back home now, and like live tracks me. And then me and my best friend have each other on it, and I'll be, I don't know, maybe out getting drinks or somewhere, and she'll see that I'm on Chapel Street. She'll be like, "What are you doing?
Why didn't you invite me?
What are you doing?"
So I was talking to Anne and she said, I'm a bit worried for Bec. I just see her disappearing out into the country, into nowhere. Like, it's not something Bec would do. There's snakes and spiders out there. Just, oh, that's right, there's a dwarf.
And I have you
You do
on
it.
it.
You watch me all the time.
No,
You do.
Not all the time.
You do.
It's for when we're traveling. Like I remember last year when we were in Barcelona, because you were doing a lot of filming for another company and I wasn't needed, and you were like, you stay at home and have the day off or whatever. There's no point coming and sitting around because to stay at home. And I was looking at the time and I was like, Peter should be back by now. And so I checked where you were and I saw you were just around the corner. I was like, oh, he must be in a taxis. And then I waited and I went down the front and I stood out the front and I greeted you to let you back into the apartment. See, it's a fantastic tool and not creepy in the slightest.
If I got you online?
Yeah.
Oh. Wouldn't dare look at that.
Why? I think it's great. I like stalking my friends like they're little Sims. No, it's really, well, actually, and it's come in handy before. One of my other friends messaged me off, said to message me off his Facebook account, freaking out because he was like, I've lost my phone. I don't know where it is. So I went onto the Find My.
So he rang you up on his phone to
No,
say,
that's why I said he used Facebook to message me.
Not like somebody else I know who was on her phone talking to someone. I'm going to have to get off the phone. I can't find my phone anywhere.
I would never do such
You
a
would
thing.
never do such a thing.
No, he messaged me like off his laptop from Facebook being like, I've lost my phone, where is it? So I went on to Find My and told him, I was like, oh, it's here. And he'd left it at the library.
Oh.
So I went back and got it.
Well, why didn't you find my tripod?
Because I don't have it on Find My. Anyway, I think it's really handy. Jared hates it. Jared thinks it's creepy.
He doesn't have an iPhone. Why does he think it's creepy? You can't track him.
No, like, the way that me and my friends track each other, he thinks it's creepy.
Well, you give him permission.
I know.
Can you do it without permission?
No.
Right, so it's not creepy anymore. It's like the AirTags. It's funny if an AirTag follows you, you get notified there's an AirTag following you.
But you see, Jared doesn't have an iPhone, so I can't put him on that. But I could slip an AirTag into his wallet or something, and then he wouldn't
notice it was in his wallet.
He wouldn't get notified about it on his phone because he doesn't have an iPhone.
Just slip it into the food one night when he swallows it. You got a tracking on him.
When we were in Paris last year, I kept getting notification about Anne's AirTags when we were walking together. It's like, an AirTag is found moving with you. And I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, it's probably mine.
They are handy. The only thing I don't like about them, so I've got AirTags in all my camera bags, in my car, in all our suitcases. But for some reason, sometimes you pick up the bag and it starts making a noise.
Mine was doing that yesterday.
And so, I don't want you to make a noise if someone's picking up my bag. So I want to be able to track you. Now they can hear where it is. They can pull the AirTag out and throw it away.
Yeah, mine started making noise yesterday and I didn't know why.
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times. I've seen on YouTube that there's a hack to turn the speaker off, but then if you lose it, you can't find it. You can't get it to make a noise.
I find them so handy.
No, I agree. I 100% find them handy. A couple of times I've gone, shit, have I left that bag at the studio or is it in the boot of my car?
Yeah, and then you just check on your phone.
It. No, it's in my car.
I find them extremely. I've got them in my handbag and laptop bag and suitcase. Sometimes they're not very accurate though, and I freak out. I've got one in my suitcase, and when me and Jared were travelling around Europe, he had one in his suitcase as well. And this is just how my brain works, but we had to get a bus because we missed a train, different story. And I saw him physically put the suitcases on the bus, but anyway, we're sitting on the bus and I was like, oh, I hope our suitcases are on the bus. So I check where they are. And we've started to drive off. And mine's with us, and it says Jared's was left back at the bus terminal. And I'm like, maybe we just won't tell him this.
It'll tell you where it was last pinged.
But it wasn't pinging. It wasn't the bus.
Underneath.
Yeah, it probably didn't have reception.
Most I didn't call. It's like Anne put it on her cat's collar, and the cat got caught and has pulled its collar off. And Anne's trying to find the AirTag, but it's sitting in someone's front yard. And every now and then it pings. It means someone with a phone has gone close to it.
Oh, right. Oh. When I thought that Jared's suitcase got left, I mean, mine was following with me, so I was fine.
Typical you. If it was yours, the tears would flow.
I would have been a bit stressed. But it wasn't left behind. I saw him put them on the bus. I was just like double checking.
Double checking.
Because I get paranoid.
No.
Yeah.
Never. No way.
Yeah. I freak out about tiny, stupid, dumb things.
Tiny, stupid, dumb. Yes, you do that. I will not argue with that one little bit.
Tiny, stupid, dumb things. And then everything works out. And I'm like, I'm sorry for being anxious. I had no idea everything would be perfectly fine.
Even though it happens every time.
Yeah.
It's like you freaking out over your jacket. I still reckon 100% you'll find it in your house.
I hope I find it in my house. I have to.
Have to.
Surely.
Surely.
So what else did you do this week?
What else?
Yeah.
I destroyed... Yeah, all right, so I've changed my eating patterns a little bit, only because... The food poisonings I got overseas stuffed my stomach somehow and never repaired. And I found a couple of times after I ate pasta or something like that, I couldn't sleep all night. So just because of Joe Rogan and a couple other things, they're talking about carnivores, and I looked at that and thought, that's too extreme for me. Like I love meat and love fish and things like that, but the diet just seemed like a diet. It didn't seem like you could live that way. It was more like it was a diet. And I've always said diet's a shit house because you do a diet and then one day when you stop, you just go back to however you were. So it's better off to make a change in life.
So change your diet.
Yeah. So I
think
decided...
you've mentioned before that you've been doing keto.
Well, it's not keto. I've just been doing low carb.
It's peto.
Peto. Yeah, and it's not something I'm super strict with. So I love my pizzas and they don't seem to upset me. So having a pizza a week, I don't care having a day off from it. But I've actually started to really enjoy what I've been eating. But then once we're travelling, it's near impossible.
Yeah.
You can't go to any shop. You can't go to 90% of the takeaway places. It's carb and sugar. You go to a pub, everything's carbs or sugar. Oh, that's all you got to put into it.
I'm agreeing with you.
And then
what am I meant to say to that?
when we run workshops, we put our thing for dietary requirements so we can look after everybody there. And then Bec orders nothing but stuff with carbs.
You didn't send me a dietary requirement.
You didn't ask for one.
You were going to boil eggs and you didn't. You said you were going to do that.
Yeah, I know, but you just wanted to go down to the BWS and get your alcohol. We never got back to the food place.
The Woolies. It was closed.
It was closed. Well, you bought your toothpaste and you didn't buy my eggs.
Yeah, I should have done that when I bought them.
No, that's all right. I'm not blaming you for that.
No.
I'm blaming me for employing you. No, but it's annoying. I think...
What that I don't...
Can vegans easily get food?
Well, I think there's a lot more places that do vegan
Like
stuff.
vegetarian,
Yeah.
there is, but vegan?
I think there's a lot more places that are doing vegan food now because there is a lot more vegans in the world.
Yeah, but could they...
But I think they still kind of struggle a bit.
Like fast food, that pizza... Oh, no, most pizzas have cheese on them.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. No, like, I know Lies is pretty okay when they are trying to find food.
Just the 2 times even when I went to Tasmania, it's just, driving, stopping to get something for lunch or something, it's go, oh.
I think there's, like, certain areas where it's, like, a bit more common, so there's a lot more options for them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Brunswick in Melbourne is, like, got every second place is vegan because...
But Brisbane's not.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know.
So the reason we're not doing workshops in Brisbane anymore is because there's no food. It's not. It's actually a little bit sad at the end of the workshop last night because normally we say we'll see you next year or something.
Yeah.
It was sort of like, and it's not like...
And there are quite a few people up here that come every year.
I mean, a lot of friends up here and...
Yeah.
But it's just, we're running out of time in the day. It's just seriously something has to go and...
Yep.
See you, Brisbane.
And Sydney.
And Sydney, yeah. Well, we stopped doing Perth, Adelaide.
Yeah, but they stopped them a while ago.
Yeah,
well,
so-
I've never done Adelaide workshops with you, and I did one Perth, and that was when I had just started. So it's been like 6 years since we've done Perth.
Yeah. But it just comes to the ones that are the hardest to... it's not even hardest to fill. It's the ones that take up the most time.
Yeah.
For the least return.
Yep.
That might be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And because Bec is so expensive, I've just got to make changes to be able to afford her wine bill.
And her Mercedes bill.
And her Mercedes that she informed me that she scratched. That she hid from me.
I didn't know.
She was going to get out and get toothpaste and try and toothpaste the scratch off. And then rang up Mercedes. Mercedes are really good with their customer service.
Oh, they're so
They
great.
never reply to your phone calls, have
No,
they?
never. That's, I think, the third time I've called them about something and been told, oh, such and such will give you a call back. And 3 times they've never called me back.
Yeah.
It's just really shitty. But yes, no,
That's
I'm
because
not.
you never gave him the only farts page.
I'm not very good at parking, and I thought I could fit in a tight space, and I couldn't. And I kind of scratched the front of it, and so I was going to order touch-up paint and just like not tell Peter, but like.
And Bec knows my biggest hate in the world.
But I didn't lie.
But you didn't tell.
Yes, that's not a lie. I just didn't tell you. So it's not lying.
So when I said to you, how was your weekend? Was it good? You said yes, so you lied. So I heard that you had nothing but stress with you trying to get it secretly fixed behind my back.
So scared.
So scared.
But it's fine.
It's like I yell at you or something. You carry on like I'm like the worst boss. I'm like the boss next door. The guy that we hear screaming at the top of his voice every day.
I do. I just don't want to be a disappointment.
Oh, you can't help that. You open the door and I'm going to walk through it, girl.
Anyway, it's so minor. It's like the tiniest little scratch. But to me, my world is imploding. But it's fine. It's fixed. Like, it's so fixable. It's just friggin' like cosmetic. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. You keep telling me that.
It's fine. It is fine.
Well, what are you looking at?
I'm just checking that everything's working.
Everything's working. I've got nothing to fidget with.
Why are you wrapping your thing in?
Why am I
When you
wrapping this?
fidget.
Because I'm fidgeting.
Fidget.
I fidget when I get bored.
Oh, so I'm boring, am I?
I was going to talk to you about that.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
Oh, well. So off to Sydney tomorrow and we've got a week of rain.
Oh my God, I know.
And then what's it with whenever we
Always.
do day, or not every time, but so often natural light is either raining or overcast.
And then the next day is
days
sunny.
are perfectly sunny. I think there's one.
It's cursed.
When we're running our 5 days, because we can move the days because it's the same people every day.
Yeah.
We all start at the same place every time, so
Yeah.
that's easy. I think once we did it in America. I think once in New York we contacted everyone and swapped the days because we had 2 beautiful days and a pouring day, and we're going to be doing the thing on a pouring day.
Yes,
Why not?
I've had a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've had a few of our participants for Sunday email me concerned about the rain. And I've just told them, no, it's still happening, but this means Peter has to work.
Thanks. Well, it is the overcast days, although the one we've done up here in the overcast, and because of all the building up here, all our places I know that I can go to, when it is overcast, where I can get direction of light to flow, they're all gone.
Under construction.
Construction. But it was really cool. It forced me to work harder.
And you had fun.
Yeah, we found these tiny little, perfect little holes of light, and that the participants really saw that we're photographing something that's no more than, say, 1 metre by 1 metre. So why are we looking for an area that's 10 metres by 10 metres? We only have to find metre by metre areas to put the subject into. The look on their face when I went through the steel fence and just had it against a concrete wall, which was a reflection coming off a building off the opposite side of the road up high. And I've taken a shot and shown it to them. Then I said, there's no way you can do that. How did you do that? This is impossible. It's just a crappy little... Yeah, definitely. The rolling of the hands.
You know, one of the participants showed me a photo we got of Mary on Friday. I was like, and he even said, he was like, I was just looking, I was like, it's a shitty overcast day. And he's like, I can't believe I took that. And I was like, it was friggin' stunning. Mary was like, could you please email that to me, like, right now? And he was blown away. He was like, I never thought I would have got that on a shitty overcast day.
Yeah. I like it when it works like that. I must admit, the worst non-rainy natural light one was in Zurich once. It was before your time.
getting more wine.
And yeah, I had to work so hard to get anything to work. There was like a housing commission concrete set of buildings in this really nice park. And
That wasn't before my time.
Sorry?
That wasn't before my time. I think I was there.
No, the actual one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because we used that building a couple of times after that.
The actual.
The actual, yes. So I said to him, before we get to the park, 'cause it was a very heavy overcast day, with these little walkthroughs from one side of the buildings to the other, some stairways. There was bad graffiti on the walls, so not cool graffiti, like someone had drawn a penis and things like that on the walls. Yeah, it was just crappy. It wasn't like cool tags and things like that. It was just
a penis.
Something you see in the men's toilet. And they couldn't get over the pictures we kept taking because
the penis graffiti.
Because these corridors that were coming through gave us beautiful corridors of light so we could control light. Then, as we're walking over to this beautiful park, I just said to them, all right, there's 3 models there, go for it. And I didn't see for about 3 minutes, they're all walking around, not one of them lift their camera. And they actually said, oh my God, this is where I would have gone, and I want overcast days. And after seeing what we got back in that ugly area, let's bring the girls out into this area where there's no direction of light. It doesn't matter which way they face, where they walk them around, it doesn't change, and it's not attractive.
Yeah.
And then I said, there's a car park over there. Remember that underground car park sloped down?
Yep.
We went into there and they spent an hour just in that opening. Because there's so many different, because we could control the direction. Well, when I say of light, because there was no sun, so we needed to take the ambient light from all directions by one, so the only light that was hitting was coming from a single direction. Yeah. That's my workshops. And well, people would say on the YouTube one with, there's 2. There's one with Tanya and Julia.
No, that's Tanya's Inspire.
Oh, is that? Sorry, Julia. And we did a little bit of rah-rah around that. Oh, no, we didn't do the car park. That one there shows just a simple old car park. How many amazing lights. And those places you can use day or in bright full sun or heavy overcast.
Well, I do this with all of my friends make me take all of their iPhone photos, but I do the same thing with them. And I've been at birthdays and stuff before and seen people that I'm my friends getting photos, and I'll be like, I would never take a photo there. And I've gone up to them and been like, you're so much better off going over there where there's a better direction of light. And they listen to me and then they look at me like, these are the best photos ever.
Well, that table the other night, the one I was pulling faces at, just as we're leaving, they go, can you please take a photo of us? It's sort of a family thing. And
I just turned around and I was like, this is the best and worst person you could have asked.
But for some reason, they needed the chandelier in the shot, which means...
So we're being fancy.
No, it was something to do with their mother who was in hospital or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh.
But I was getting fancy and I said, oh, no, it doesn't have to... No, we're going to do it properly if we're going to do it. And then I could see as soon as I lift the camera, they all had this, smile for the camera, face. So I then said to them, every one of them, where's your favourite place? Think about it. Then took the picture. I think it was a crap picture, though. They didn't say anything when they saw it.
Oh, didn't they?
No.
Oh.
They just put his phone away.
Oh, that's a bit awkward. Were you pulling faces at them again?
Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe you shouldn't pull faces when you're taking their photo.
You schmidt.
What I should do, though, when a stranger gives you your phone, because they've unlocked it, so while you got it, you can pretend you're taking the photo and you can hack them. You quickly jump onto their social media and say, I have a little penis. Who would do that? Who would even think about doing something like that? me.
You child.
Oh yeah, Beck was very excited. She didn't even tell you about that.
What?
So excited.
Why do you...
You, Ollie Sykes, you. Being recognised again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I felt like Ollie Sykes to get recognised.
You felt like Ollie Sykes. Did you get a bulge in your pants?
You got recognised, not me.
He recognised you? He shook your hand?
He did. I wanted to shake yours more, Laura, and then I was like, hi.
Can you give me a hug?
I'm important too.
Can you give me a hug? I didn't understand why you went that way. Can I get a selfie with you?
Would you like
my autograph? Which one would you like? I've got 4 different ones you can have. And here's my card. It's got my Only Farts page on it.
I was really, because he like stopped you and said hi. And was like, literally like about to walk off, and I was seriously like, hello.
Yeah. But I thought then we might see him in the club because he was outside
I asked
the
if
club.
we were going into the Qantas club.
But he must have been in the lower club than our club.
Snobby.
I'm saying that because of we fly so much, we can go into a just
Oh,
but you've got the Qantas Club, then you've got the Qantas Business Club, then you've got the Admiral's Lounge, which you've never been in.
No, I would like to.
You'd like to. You don't know what's in there, so how do you know you'd like to?
Because I know it's going to be fancy.
Maybe you only get to eat foie gras and truffle. And what else do you hate?
Bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
And food. Everything that Anne loves that I hate. With those stinky cheeses, and then there's me with my stringers.
Your stringers, yeah.
I'm such a child. My beige food.
So beige.
I like my beige food. My chicken nuggets, and my little double cheesies from Macca's, and my stringers.
Your stringers.
So adventurous.
So adventurous.
Well, I had a little bit of foie gras last night. French people don't come for me. I know I'm not saying that properly.
I wouldn't call it. It might have originated somewhere, but I couldn't. It was flakes. It wasn't.
No, the little flakes were garlic.
Oh, was it? Was it under the flakes?
Yeah. Anyway, I ate it.
I ate it, and you weren't impressed. But you didn't know what it. You didn't know. I don't think you could taste anything to say, oh, I like or don't like it. It was just in your mind, I don't want to eat this, but I ate it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's $1,000 little spoonful of food. I have to eat it because I booked this place.
And the meat was like, I could see the fat on the meat, and I was like, so my mind has gone to foie gras fatty meat, and I was like, oh no, I have to eat it, and I did, and then I just
Is that why you held your nose when you ate it?
No, that's why
It's not good in a restaurant to
I didn't
put
hold
your
my nose.
and eat something in a restaurant. That's actually really rude.
I didn't do that. That's why I did it in one bite though, but then there was too much food in my mouth, and then I was like trying to chew it. And
Spit it out at the same time.
Yeah, because then I was like, it was bad. I didn't know whether to go to the toilet and I didn't know what to do.
Were you going to do the toilet thing?
I didn't know what to do, but I chewed. I got through it.
Was there napkins there, or they
Yeah,
proper?
but
No, but they were the proper napkins.
Proper napkins. I couldn't just.
I went the paper ones.
No, I couldn't just do it. And like the bartender waiter was like right there. He would seen me, and there was just too much food in my mouth because I was trying to just eat it. It did taste nice. I did like the crunchy bits of garlic.
Crunchy bits.
And even though I saw that the meat had a bit of fat on it, it wasn't gristly.
No, it was way good.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was very surprised.
That I ate things?
Yes. Well, the more fact you tried them.
Yes.
So especially when the sashimi came out,
I love fish.
But I knew you'd go the salmon. I knew you'd go the tuna, but the other ones, like the long tail, I didn't think you'd eat that because it had that different look about it. It had a look about it that was an anti-Bec look.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm trying things. I'm growing up. I am in my 30s.
You're growing up.
In my 30s. It's time to step away from chicken nuggets and stringers. Try adult food.
Try adult food.
I'm a real adult now. Try things. I don't always like things. And there are some things that I look at and I'm like, hell no, I'm not trying that. I tried mushrooms again recently. No, still a hard no. Mushrooms are revolting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I can understand because, like anything, if you were to grab a jar of Vegemite and sniff it and think, I've never eaten this before, there's no way knowing you'd eat it.
I get so mad at Australians, even though I'm guilty.
You get mad at Australians.
Well, I've even done this to one of my American friends who's like, give him a spoonful.
Oh, a spoonful. That's not, yeah,
it's
that's
not how we eat it. Like,
no,
you've got to give it to them.
a shovel.
You got to give it to people who've never, you got to give it to them properly. You got to give them on a piece of toast with butter and just a little smidgen of it. Because we don't just sit around eating spoonfuls of it.
No, well, some people do that.
I mean, I could.
My nan used to.
My mum puts it on like freaking like peanut butter.
I don't like it. Although it's peanut butter, when I used to eat bread or toast, yeah, peanut butter's like.
Yeah, but that's what mum, like the way that mum puts Vegemite on her bread. But no, I
put it on like leopard.
Yeah, you.
Leopard spots.
Yeah, you're
I
weird.
like the little leopard spots.
I just put a light little smear with butter. So delicious. But no, even recently with me and my weird food, we've spoken about food a lot this podcast. That's all right. I like food.
Well, it's taken up a fair bit of our trip. You've spent all day trying to find restaurants and coming up with nothing.
I know.
First night, we'll just go walk. Everything was shut. We went to not a Mexican place. And then you... Funniest thing is, Bec checked and goes, oh, we've been here before and we hated it, so why did we go again? Their drink, what drink did you have? It was disgusting. It was just margarita, wasn't it? It just tasted like a... It
was a spicy... We both got spicy margs.
Spicy margs, yeah.
And you were like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, okay. It was.
I liked my coconut marg I had the other night.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Oh. What is your watch telling you?
I'm almost there. Oh, sorry.
Where are you going?
That's a sex app for my wife. Oh, maybe she's linked into my phone. I don't know. Where's my phone? I want to see what she's doing. That's going to be the end of Bec now. You have to get Jared one of those. You only have to give him an Apple Watch so he can know. Well, see, if that would be very clever for Apple to do. Have sensors on so it could pre-let the other person know you're going the wrong way. Uh-oh. I've just broken Bec.
My God.
What?
Holy shit.
Wait, you right now? Would you like me to go outside? And I could be outstanding.
You Irish idiot.
Schmitty, you've gone quiet on me.
I was checking how long we've been talking for.
How long was that?
54 minutes.
54 minutes crapping on.
Crapping
so
on.
you want to get off?
No, I'm not almost there.
Get Jared to watch. Hey, you and Jared have been talking about this app. There's the perfect app.
No.
Yeah, an app for the iWatch that lets you know are you going the right way or the wrong way. Yeah, it's colder, warmer, colder.
Oh my God.
I reckon you make a lot of money.
Why don't you make it then?
Because I'm not an it person.
Yes. No, I don't want to be those people that make that for an app.
You don't want to be those people that make sex apps.
No.
You're happy with an only farts app.
I'm not. Oh my God. This joke has been said to death.
I know. Because I know you. The longer you stretch it out, the more annoying it gets.
It's not funny
You should never have told me that. It's like not a model. Oh, why would I ever say that again? You started that. You can't blame me. That was a you thing.
I know.
A euphemism. What? You've gone quiet again.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. It's annoying.
It's annoying. That's right. You know the worst thing to do is tell me what's annoying.
I know, and I really try so hard. Like if you're doing something that's annoying, is so hard for me because I'm like, oh my God, that's pissing me off. That is so annoying.
I was doing something the other day. I knew it would be annoying you.
Oh, and
I can't remember what it was. I was doing something. I thought every time I did it.
And I try my hardest to not tell you that something's annoying because I know the second I tell you that I find it annoying, you're going to go tenfold with it. So I just try and keep my mouth shut and be like, it's fine. And then I think to myself, if I don't tell you that it's annoying and you think it's annoying but I don't react, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't get a reaction. Oh, well, I'll stop doing that then because
that won't work. I'll just keep doing it anyway till it becomes annoying. My kids learnt the hard way when we were young, driving something. It was like a 5-hour drive to, say, we're going camping or something. They would we started watching The Simpsons. They started going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? So on one trip, we're about an hour away from being there, and they started about an hour before we got there. So I started singing. But my song was, I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on. I did that for an hour straight.
Oh
1 hour straight in the car at the top of my voice. They've never ever said, are we there yet again? I think Len might have suffered, but every now and then his eyes flicker, so I don't know.
Oh my God, you pain in the ass.
I don't know where I got it from, but yeah. I was an annoying kid a little bit too.
You still are. You're still 12, allegedly.
I'd be the kid that would be hiding in the bushes throwing berries on people and watching them. You see, it's so much enjoyment out of
You're a
doing.
pain in the ass.
You know, just throwing a stone in front of them on the road, and they're wondering where they're coming from. And you just get in a position, if you throw it the right way, they always look the opposite direction to see where it was coming from.
Oh, no, I'm gonna regret saying this, but you and Anne in your Heidi game when we were.
Oh, that was the most fun ever. Especially with you, because you hated it.
It was so annoying.
It made it most funny. So anybody out there, it's a really good day. It works better at night time than day, and you need at least 3 people. It works a bit with 2 people. It's so much more fun with 3. But you don't go teamies with anyone. You keep it all separate. So you're walking along, all you do is, when you can, you just drop and hide behind a car or hide behind a lamppost and leave them keep walking. And they'll keep walking and look around, can't find you.
So he means 2 of you drop behind a car and leave the one person walking. You didn't.
Not even leaving the 2 there. They're still going to look around and go, and wonder where you are. And if you play it really right, you'll run a whole block around till you're in front of them. And then when you get 2 people, so you sort of go to one, so you do that. So both of you run and hide behind 2 different cars or lampposts, but while they're watching your reaction, you go and hide on them, and now they're on their own.
Oh my God, Peanuts.
Well, that's what I was doing. And this one night, I was back in the hotel, sitting there waiting for them to come in. I'm getting bored. Where are they?
Like we were hiding from you.
No, you're still trying to find me.
Oh.
I had to come. I'm here. It's a good fun game.
It's not. It gets on my nerves.
I know you.
Especially when I'm hangry.
You're hangry.
All right. We will
hang up. We're hanging up now. We're going to hang up now.
Well, we're losing light, and I wanted to shoot, but lighting's kind of shit in here. It's not giving what I wanted it to be giving.
Well, you booked it. Why would you book this angle?
Well, I didn't know.
We've never had this angle before.
I didn't know. Okay.
Well, can you do your job properly?
I'll try better next time.
We'll try better next time.
We will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Have a good one. Bye.